This is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live for another edition of the Thursday night forecast. We got one game tonight in the NFL action. We'll be talking about also 4 weeks to claim a spot in the CFP, the last 3 weeks of the regular season, and then we got conference championship games, and then we will find out what 12 teams are going to make this college football playoffs. I'm here this evening with most of the crew. We got our man FanDuel Zaya of the FanDuel Zaya podcast. How you feeling this evening, FanDuel?
Man, I'm good, man. Good to see y'all like always. You know, we back with another banger.
Back with another banger. We also got our man Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast. How you feeling this evening, Post Game?
I feel great, man. You know, business as usual. 15-foot jumpers off the backboard and wave to the cheerleaders.
I know that's right. We also got our man SEC Sean with us this evening. How you feeling, SEC Sean?
Man, I'm pretty good. I'm just wanting to know on post game if I just hit the backboard, is that good enough? Because I'm not sure about anything after that.
No, man, you gotta study Tim Duncan, my man.
Okay,
that's all.
Okay. I'm gonna go do some more video searching after this. I'm doing good though. Let's roll. Let's get it.
We also got our man UT Dub. How you feeling, UT Dub?
Feeling blessed, man. I really appreciate you guys letting me come on and rap with y'all. Really appreciate it. Let's go.
I really enjoyed y'all's show on Monday night, man, when y'all was talking about the high school playoffs down there in Texas, man. It was a lot of information, a lot that I wanted to hear about those teams down there in Texas and the different classifications, I guess 6A all the way down to whatever the lower level is, maybe 1A or whatever. That was interesting to find out, because up here, Division I is the highest, but y'all down there, the higher the number, the better the division, I guess it is. But here, the lower the number, the better the division is. So it was good to find that out, the differences between the two. Well, let's go ahead and get into our action tonight. We got our one NFL game. We got the 2-7 Jets going up against the 8-2 New England Patriots. The New England Patriots, who were not very good last year. Drake May got that team rolling. They're favored in this game tonight by 12.5 points. Now, last Thursday, the other team was favored by a lot of points, and the score was what, 10-7, something like that? Will we get the same kind of contest tonight? The over and under is 43.5. What's your thoughts on this matchup? The Jets won their last game. Can they pull off an upset over the New England Patriots?
I don't think so. I think the Patriots roll in this game. I think Drake May is on fire, putting himself in the conversation for the MVP this year. I don't see any way New England loses this game. I mean, you know, it's the NFL, so who knows? I mean, I didn't think Miami would beat Buffalo either. So, you know, take what you want, but no, I would take New England probably to cover that too.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a blowout. I think you've seen the Jets already got the writing on the wall. They're looking forward to the draft. They tried to gut some of the pieces out of their team. I don't think they really care about what goes on. I think if it was a real such thing as tanking, I think they're in that mode.
Yeah, man. Mike Vrabel. Go ahead, Doug.
No, man. Yeah, it can't really get any worse for the Jets right now anyways, man. Garrett Wilson, their top receivers on the injury list now. I think that kid, was it Austin Westlake, Sean? Yeah. Yeah, the Austin Westlake kid. So like my man said, they're in the tank right now. And then the Pats. I mean, they might be the best organization out there to me, man. I mean, their draft picks, their quarterbacks. This Will Campbell guy. I mean, people are tripping about him. Oh, his arms are short and all this nonsense. Man, that dude is. He's a nasty gentleman out there, man. I love that guy. They're rolling 8-2. Yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout tonight in the NFL.
I gotta agree with y'all. I also see a blowout on Thursday night football. Mike Vrabel has the New England Patriots humming. Like Doug was saying, it's a great organization. Rob, I don't think your Titans. I think they prematurely got rid of Vrabel, man. I don't know, but he's a heck of a fit for the Patriots. That defense is playing well. I don't think the Jets will be able to do too much on offense, and their defense is definitely gonna get carved up by Drake May, who has inserted himself into the MVP conversation.
Man, I guess I got to keep the rhythm going then. I'm going to go ahead and say that the New England Patriots going to blow out them Jets too and cover that 12.5. I mean, if the Jets are tanking, they're going to have to out-tank my Titans because I'm telling you right now, we trying to get that number one pick too, again, 2 years in a row. Post-game, you are exactly correct. We should not have fired Mike Vrabel. It was premature. We had a really good coach. We just had to put the right players on that field for him to be able to be successful. He had successful years before he had that bad year. I think that was a mistake. And you see what my Titans are looking like right now. They don't look good. But shout out to Vrabel. Go ahead and get that win tonight. You're in a better situation than being at them Tennessee Titans. I got the Patriots thumping them tonight. They probably gonna not reach that 43.5 though. I don't think the Jets gonna score very many points. Let's get into some of our college football action.
Yep.
We got a game tomorrow, I believe. The Clemson Tigers are going to play the number 20 ranked Louisville Cardinals. The Cardinals are only favored by 2.5. The over and under is 51.5. Do y'all think Clemson can play spoiler and go ahead and get Louisville eliminated from any possibility of making the CFP?
Yeah, I started off, man. I'm gonna kick it off. What a upsetting season from Clemson, as we all know. Louisville lost to Cal last week. They really had arms in it to make this playoff before that loss. But yeah, I'm going with the upset this week, man. I feel like the ACC is just one of them leagues where the teams that's at the top, they not. You don't feel comfortable picking them week in and week out if they're playing a bottom half team, and we know what the talent is like on Clemson. And I just was underwhelmed by Louisville last year. I think their season is about to spin out of control right here. I got Clemson in the upset, straight up 2.5. I think they can sneak out of there with a win.
This is a tough game for me to call. I mean, the way what Zay just said was, I think, accurate. Man, the ACC is just terrible, man. I really don't know if either one of these teams, I not any one of these teams, but I don't know if Louisville has what it takes to make a strong push to get to that ACC title game, possibly make the playoffs. I like Louisville a few weeks ago. I do not as much right now. I kind of, man, I don't want to, but I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with Clemson in this game. I think they win by a field goal on the road at Louisville. Louisville's quarterback is up and down, and like I said last week or last stream, He's been more down lately. Miller Moss. I don't trust Miller Moss, so I'm gonna take Clemson in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson in the upset too. I'm just looking at the roster. I think they just got better players, and they had a really disappointing season. And if they have any type of pride, man, it's time to finish strong. I mean, they got the players to do it, and I think it's time to do it. Um, I think they win probably by a field goal, something like that.
Well, before everybody picked Clemson, I was leaning Clemson.
Come on, Sean.
I think it's a really good game. If it was at Clemson, I'd probably for sure go Clemson. I think Louisville knows they're fighting for their life. They have to win this game if they want any shot at this. Clemson is playing for pride. So to me, it's going to be which comes down. I think Louisville at home. I think Louisville at home will pull it out. I've been going back and forth on this one. I was leaning Clemson earlier, but I think Louisville knows they have to win this. So I think that they're going to do everything in their power to pull it out. Trick plays, whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I wish I could talk it or impersonate Dabo Sweeney's voice, but I can't. But I'm quite sure he should be telling his boys, listen, we ain't quite had a season that we set out to have, but we got an opportunity right here to spoil somebody else's season, and we gonna go in here in Louisville and we gonna spoil their stuff. I'm not gonna be like Mossberg and go ahead and pick against everybody else picking Clemson, because if he was on this show right now, he would be saying Louisville because everybody else picked Clemson. I'm not Mossberg. I'm picking Clemson to win this game, and I think they're going to win it quite easily because they got a chance to play spoiler because their season got spoiled. So I'm going with Clemson to win this game. They only got them favored by 2.5, so apparently they know something. I think that Clemson's going to win this game pretty easily. Even though the score might not say so, I think it's going to be an easy victory for them. Let's talk a little bit about Wisconsin traveling to Indiana to play the number 2 Hoosiers, who are favored by 28.5. Do y'all really think that Indiana can beat this Wisconsin team and that defense by 28.5, even though it's at Indiana? I still don't think they're going to be able to cover that 28.5. The over and under is 43.5. What's your thoughts on this game? Does Indiana's quarterback bounce back and have a better game than what he had last week against Penn State?
Yeah.
Does anybody know about Indiana's their injury report this week? Are they getting those players back?
Yeah, I haven't looked into the injury report yet. That does make a difference. I think the spread is about right though. I think Ohio State opened up 29.5. So I mean, I don't think they get to the 28.5. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to a possession whether or not they get it, but they'll win. Indiana is the only team that's a lock for the playoffs at this moment. They got 10 wins. They got the 10 wins that they need. They're a lock. We're going to get more information this week, though. But I think Wisconsin will still play tough like they usually do, but they just don't got the talent.
Yeah, I can see this game. Of course, I'm picking Indiana. I'm picking IU. I don't know if it's by 28. I I think it's by 20, more so 20. Uh, I think Wisconsin, like y'all say, been playing defense well. Uh, the injuries that IU that the Hoosiers played, the Hoosiers played last week. The players they play without, I'll be interested to see if they get those players back this week. If they do, I like 28, but I think Wisconsin, I kind of think they're gonna play them tough, but Indiana pulls away in the latter part of the game. So I'm going to Indiana in this one.
Yeah, I like Indiana too. It's going to be tough to get to that 28 and a half. They had a real tough one last week against Penn State. And kudos to Penn State, man. Those kids haven't quit, man. Not like, unlike Florida, those kids quit like Sean said last week. But I think he's gonna bounce back, have a great game. I mean, some people are down. He had a bad game, they said. I mean, that guy was pressured a lot last week, man. I mean, he was getting hit every time he threw the ball, and he responded well, man. So Wisconsin, like I said, they got a good defense. They beat Washington. I think that's probably their best win. It was at home. Uh, yeah, I think Indiana will roll, but I don't know if they're gonna get to that 28. They had a tough. They got beat up pretty bad. And Penn State's pretty physical. So
Let's welcome in Level Up Sports 10, Mossberg in the building. How you doing, fam?
I'm pretty good this evening. Can't complain. I'm not gonna say it's parlay post say, but great to see all the screens and all the guys this evening. Got a little workout with the kids on the basketball side today, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm wore out, but I'm feeling good and ready to be doing what we do on this Thursday evening as well.
Did everybody touch into that game?
Nah, I'm fixing to go real quick. Yeah, Wisconsin got pushed last week. I'm sorry, Indiana got pushed last week, but Penn State has some dudes on defense a lot more than Wisconsin does too. The key here is Surratt. Is he back or not? See, that's if he's back, this is easy, 28 and a half. I say that, but I know the left side, if I'm not mistaken, am I right, Isaiah? The left side of that Indiana offensive line took a beating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually going to be pretty interesting. I think I would go under right now just because I don't know the status of Surratt and I don't know how that offensive line is going to look when you're down to your third, like left tackle or left guard. It's not normally a good thing.
Yeah, I looked up the report. They say Surratt is day to day, but the linebacker Aiden Fisher, he should be back.
Okay. Speaking of which, we'll look up ours real quick.
Well, I mean, if Surratt day to day, they might as well leave him out and let him get fully healthy. Though I wouldn't play him in this game.
I mean, we got our receiver number one, Mario Cravers, on the questionable list, and I'm like, sit him.
Yeah.
Sit him for 2 weeks. You don't need him for South Carolina or Samford. Sit him.
Thanks.
Yeah. I would sit Surratt too. I think that Indiana's going to win this game. I think that Wisconsin does have a decent enough defense to slow them down a little bit, to keep them from dropping 63 on them like they did Indiana. But I don't see them even scoring enough points to even make this thing close. I got Indiana winning. They probably won't cover that 28 and a half, but I got them winning pretty easily in this game. I think they want to bounce back and really show that they deserve to be that number 2 ranked team in the country. And they just happened to have a slow showing last week in Penn State and Happy Valley.
Hey, before we move forward, Moss, we talked about Louisville, Clemson. Oh, the Thursday night game, 2 Jets Patriots. I don't know if you want to put your views out there about that.
Mayday. Where MVP is on the way. I think he come out. I know this is like a rivalry game, but I think you're seeing a change in the guard when it comes to what New England can really look forward to. They really haven't had this type of record, this type of outlook, even playoffs since the great, we call him the GOAT on the football side, Tom Brady. So it's good to see him bringing back the winning ways. But I definitely think, man, this Patriots team is something to reckon with. And I feel what you said in the text. Definite blowout tonight for the Patriots, man. I think Drake, I think your boy Travion get loose again, and I think Diggs have a big game on this rivalry for the first time. So I'm taking the Patriots in a big victory at home. Might even see some snow tonight. I haven't checked the forecast.
Also, you got Clemson at Louisville.
Louisville. I'm going Louisville. I'm going Louisville. I know Clemson put a beat down on my boys last weekend. I was very disappointed. I'm not going to speak much on my nose. I'm still a diehard nose fan. Many people trying to get me to come over, but I got Louisville in that game. And I think Malachi comes out. I think he throws for about 250, maybe 350. I think he have a big game against that Clemson secondary at home. I got USC. Y'all talked about that one too, right?
Nah,
Got USC. A lot. Oh, okay. I'll say
no,
like something.
we ain't talk
That's who I got.
USC.
Louisville over Clemson. Okay.
Then we got the next game we got on the docket. We got number 9 Notre Dame, who's a 12.5 favorite at Pitt. Over and under is 53.5. Who y'all got?
And after what Pittsburgh's coaches come out and said all week, I don't like that. I don't like those comments from my head coach, man.
What he been saying?
He said this game don't really matter. They could beat us by 100. It don't matter to us.
What?
Yeah.
What? So
they still got a chance to make the playoff. What?
But he don't care as long as they can win the ACC. He thinks they're fine.
It's not an ACC game.
Done. So I'm gonna take Notre Dame by however much post game calls over there and tells them they want. It don't matter.
There you go.
That's crazy, bro.
44 and 16, right? 44 and 16. Isn't that what old girl did? Yeah. Yeah. That there's no way that. I would be so pissed if I was the athletic director.
How can you say that in front of their kids, too? That's dumb. I got the Golden Domers, man, by as many as they want. I mean, Pitt. Who they lose to this year? West Virginia. That's terrible. Louisville. That's a good loss. No, man. What that coach said. I'm glad you touched on it, man. Because when I saw that, I was like, how in the world are you going to say that in front of people, or you say that period? Who would want to go play for that guy? That's messed up. Yeah. I say touchdown Jesus all day long, man.
That's crazy. Listen,
I'm with you. Shout out to the guy from our hometown. Yeah, that's wild. Now go ahead, Zay. Go ahead. I know you want to say something about that.
I mean, like before I heard that nonsense, I wouldn't think they're gonna be up and ready for this game either. What time is this game being played though?
Noon.
Early kickoff. I mean, I would have probably had this as a night game, honestly. Listen, Pitt got the number 1 rushing defense per average per carry in the country. So I would have thought it was good on good, and they might have had a chance. But if your coach coming in with that attitude, man, that's gonna trickle down, bro. So I'm gonna go Notre Dame too. Like whatever, just like Sean said, whatever post game call to score, I'm gonna believe it's gonna be that now.
Real quick before you go, Post. Who knows? You're not gonna get good on good. In my opinion, if a coach says that, am I right? Do y'all think? I mean, if you got a guy with, my calf got a little bruise, he ain't gonna play.
Yeah, but did you hear Sean? Did you hear anything I just said, bro?
I did.
I said before he said that, I thought we was gonna get good on good.
I missed
you know what I'm saying? They got the number 1 rush defense per average per carry in the country. You know what I mean? What do Notre Dame want to do? They want to establish the run game. Yeah, CJ Carr, he could sling the rock. Sometimes he be off too, though. But if they can establish the run, Notre Dame got you. You know, that's how they get you. And then they play good defense on the other side. So in the last 6 weeks, I think they got a top 4 defense in the country or something. So, like, I'm not convinced now. I was going to take the points. I don't even want the points no more.
You ought to lose some recruits for that one, man. The quarterback at South Lake Carroll about to win a state championship. He's been committed to Pitt for 3 years.
Yeah.
He ought to freaking, I don't know, whatever.
Fellas, when I first heard those comments by Pittsburgh's coach, I felt the same way
Hit
y'all
me pretty
did.
good.
I felt the same exact way all y'all did. But then I got to thinking, that was a smokescreen. He not telling his players that. He was just feeding the media some BS. There's no way on earth that a coach gets up on the podium to the media and says that. I'm not buying it. That's not what he's telling his players. That was a smokescreen. The great Lou Holtz, former Notre Dame head football coach, used to do stuff like that. He'd tell the media one thing, and behind closed doors, we're going to punish this team. So I'm not buying that. I believe Pitt is a good team. They are very good against the run. I would like to see how their D line does against our offensive line, though. Uh, I think Notre Dame is going to be prepared for this game. They know what's on the line. Their season is on the line. You win this game, nobody's worried about Syracuse or Stanford. But this is the game you got to get. I've heard it been called their playoff game or their Super Bowl game. So I got the Irish in this game. Um, I can see this game being 24-13. I call it 24-13 Irish.
Yeah, post game. I mean, I heard those comments too, but I was thinking the same thing. This got to be a smoke screen. No
Can y'all hear me
coach.
pretty good on
Yeah, no coach is going to go out there and do something like that. So I felt like it was going to be a smoke. It's a smoke screen too. But it ain't gonna make no difference. I think Notre Dame gonna go in the pit and beat the hell out of them pretty easily. So I'm taking Notre Dame, and I think they're gonna cover that 12 and a half.
Hey, Moss, try it without the headphones.
Can you hear me good now, or is it still a low adjustment?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. No, I
Yeah,
was
we
just
can.
making sure that you can hear me. I'm
Yeah, it's
going.
perfect
I was
now,
going with
Moss.
Notre. Okay, I'm going with Notre Dame. Of course, I just think that, like you said, post game. I'm glad you mentioned that, and with you saying that, I think it kind of riles Pitt up. Of course, they're at home, but I think Notre Dame's been battle tested enough. I think they know what's at the helms of if they win or if they lose. If they win, that position to even possibly go higher than this five to me in the playoff, or at that five seed. But I definitely feel like it pushes them, you know, towards something that's bigger and better. And they, like I said, I keep mentioning they were runner-ups last year, so people can't forget that as this season continues to get closer and closer to the playoff push, of course. But Pitt, I don't know. I don't think they got anything ready. ACC is in sight, even playoff berth. This is where it crumbles for them. They've been having a great season, but I don't know. I just wouldn't say that. Either way, wouldn't say it.
All right,
Just
all
let me
right.
add. Just
Go
let me
ahead.
add real quick, Rob, if I can. If Pittsburgh is able to stop the Russian or contain the Russian attack for the Irish, I think you're going to see CJ Carr have a day. I really do. That kid can sling it.
All right. Well, let's look at this next matchup. We got number 24 South Florida, favored by 9.5, traveling to play Navy. The over and under is 63 and a half. South Florida is still in the hunt, maybe even Navy as well, to possibly get that group of six or group of five slot for the college football playoffs. What do y'all think about this game? Which one of them going to be done?
Man, I'm like Zay, man. I like the chaos. I'm going Navy at home in the upset. Booger McFarland was talking about exactly what Zay was talking about the other day about this James Madison team down there in the top 25. Let's go Navy and a big upset Saturday to start it off.
Hey, Moss, I don't like that spread. I don't like it at all. You know, I don't think South Florida will overmatch Navy the way Notre Dame did. So going into this game to prepare for this type of offense, you know, that you don't see on a weekly basis, I don't like the spread at all, man. I think I'm leaning towards Navy in this one too, man. Not to just cover, but to win. I think they can win this game. So I'm going Navy too.
I'm going Navy too.
Push-ups. Push-ups.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So Navy, I mean, they're at home. They started off the season 7-0, man. Till I think North Texas was the first one to get them. I mean, South Florida, big win against Florida earlier this season. They killed Boise State to start the season. That was impressive when I saw that. I was like, wow. But no, man, this is Navy's turn, man. I think they're at home. I love the service academies, anyways. That line is kind of high. If anything, the Navy will cover, man. But I'm calling for the upset too. Go midshipman.
Yeah. I don't know if Blake Horvath is playing in this game. If Horvath was playing, I would pick Navy. I don't think he's going to play. I'm not sure if he plays or not. But if he doesn't play, I'm going to take South Florida. I like South Florida in this game. If Navy doesn't have their quarterback, Navy has Horvath back, I'll take Navy. But as of right now, they don't. So I'm going South Florida.
Give me a second. I'm looking up.
What you think, SEC, Sean?
Does anybody else need to go? I'm looking up Horvath to see if his injury availability.
Yeah, I'll go.
Nah, go ahead.
Man, I really want South Florida to win this game because I wanted to get a little bit more interesting for that group of 5 team that's going to be able to make the college football playoffs. And if South Florida wins, it's going to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm taking South Florida to win this game. I don't think they're going to cover that 9.5, but I think they got enough talent on that team defensively to maybe slow down that option offense that Navy has. So I'm going to go with South Florida in this game and keep their hopes alive of possibly making the college football playoffs.
So it looks like Horvath is probably going to play. He was game time for the Notre Dame game, and they kept him out. So it looks like all signs are pointing that he will play.
They need to play.
Go ahead.
They need to play both of them quarterbacks, even if he do play though, because I think the other dude throw the ball better.
And I think just real quick, because it was on the same thing,
Yeah.
there's still a question on Virginia's quarterback, Chandler Morris. He may not play this week. There's no definite on that, but he didn't practice Monday, and they hoped he was going to practice Wednesday. Something to keep an eye on for that Virginia game.
And Rob, when it comes to this group of 5 thing, it ain't about them like South Florida or somebody winning out. It's going to come down to the ACC determining what happens with the group of 5 teams. Because if Duke do somehow win that, then it's going to be Duke versus all these other group of 5 conferences, and whether or not their champion is ranked higher than them. That's what it's going to come down to.
So back to the game real quick. Now that we got the injury,
That's what I said. Remember that.
I would, with Horvath playing, I think this comes down to one simple comment, and then we'll move on real quick. I think it comes down to the simple statement of South Florida, you did not sink my battleship. So give me the Navy.
So give me the Navy. All right.
I like that.
Hey, Sean, you used to play that game back in the day when you was a kid, huh?
Back in the day, dude, I was like inventor of that game. Look how old I am. Come on.
Yeah, I will whoop your tail in Battleships.
Oh, come on now, man. I played Risk, all of it. Let's go. I know somebody said that Van Buren kid for LSU should be the quarterback and he should wear number 8 because Martin Van Buren was the 8th quarterback or the 8th president. And I said, I know, I was alive during his presidency.
What y'all think about this number 11 Oklahoma traveling to Tuscaloosa to play the number 4 Alabama Crimson Tide, who was favored by 6.5 in this game? The over and under is 45.5. What's your thoughts on this game? Alabama with no running game. Will they be able to beat Oklahoma in that defense?
I'll tell you what, it's a bad matchup for Bama. Because listen, they can't run the ball. And the good thing about Oklahoma's defense is they rush the passer. So if they can get them behind the chains a little bit, make Ty Simpson play from behind, it could get scary for Bama. But this the thing too, though. I don't know what material I'm gonna get. So I'm like scared to pick Oklahoma. But I'm going Oklahoma, man. I listen, I ain't got faith in some of these teams, man. I think Bama gonna struggle with another scrambling quarterback, and I think Oklahoma gonna get Ty Simpson off his ripper. I like Oklahoma. They gonna definitely cover that 6.5. If Bama win this game, it's gonna be a 3-point game. It's gonna come down to a field goal. I'm going Oklahoma though.
Yeah, I got Bama by 3 points at home. Oklahoma, Mateer, but before his thumb injury, man, I mean, the hype was there, and it seemed to match to me. I mean, the guy he brought Oklahoma back after the thumb injury. He had a couple shaky starts, but I think he's back, honestly. And Alabama, like you said, man, they can't run the ball, but guess what, man? They're gonna try to run the ball. That's what they're gonna do. So I'll definitely take the under. This is gonna be a low scoring game. But I think Bama's gonna pull it out at home by field goal. So.
I wanted to take Oklahoma as the week progressed and we got to this podcast. I just can't do it. I think Oklahoma is one dimensional. I think they're material. If in order for Oklahoma to have a successful day Saturday, Mateer is going to have an all-world game, and I don't see that happening at Alabama. I think Ty Simpson and the Bama Crimson Tide roll. Give me Alabama.
For me in this one, man, it's all in with the picks with Alabama. I gotta wait to see what DeBoer is wearing. I have to see if he have this black hoodie on at home. If he wears the black hoodie, Alabama wins. If he come out in something special, something spectacular, Alabama lose. That's what he's known for now. Alabama if he got that black hoodie on, Alabama wins. If he don't, Alabama lose. But shout out to Mateer coming back, doing what he do, keeping this Oklahoma team in a hunt. I wanna go with Oklahoma. I wanna go with Mateer the Deer. But for me, I gotta wait to see actually what DeBoer has on come Saturday. I'm just being honest with you. If it's a black hoodie, put me down for Bama. If it's not, I'm taking the deer to get them legs loose. Come out with a big win.
Alabama can't run the ball. Oklahoma can't run the ball real well. Now, they've gotten a little better here lately, but I take that with what it is. I mean, that's just that. I don't know if that's necessarily, but they are getting the receiver back, Keontae Lewis. He's coming back. The one who, I don't know if y'all saw the highlight, but he caught a touchdown pass and fell into the brick wall. Yeah, he's been out since, I don't even remember what game. I think it was the game before Texas. Anyway, he's coming back this week. So that could help Oklahoma's passing game a little bit. Our Mason Thomas is still questionable for Oklahoma. That's a big, big if right there. That dude is a monster. I think Oklahoma's defense still gets after Ty Simpson. I think Ty Simpson has a bad game. I'm thinking Ty Simpson throws 2 picks, and I think Oklahoma beats them by 7. I think Oklahoma wins outright.
Man, I think Oklahoma can win this game. I really do believe they can win this game, but I do not need them to win this game. I need Alabama to say, listen, they beat us up last year. We got to get some revenge this year. We got to beat them at home. I cannot allow Oklahoma to possibly keep on putting this pressure on Texas to make this college football playoffs. I need them to have a loss right here. I think Alabama's going to beat them, only by a narrow margin, though. It's going to be 3 points or less, in my opinion, because neither one of these teams can run the football. I think Oklahoma's defense can probably do some things to put some pressure on Ty Simpson. But I need Oklahoma to lose this game because Alabama, you just got to keep my Longhorns alive in this one. So beat Oklahoma so they can fall back to like number 20, and we can breathe a little bit easy after we whoop Georgia.
It won't, but this game won't matter for Texas because Texas, even if y'all tie, Texas owns the head-to-head.
That's what I think. Y'all should want them to beat them.
You need Oklahoma to beat Bama. You need Bama to lose twice if you want a shot at the conference title game. But Oklahoma has no effect on y'all if they win or lose this game. If y'all end up with the same record, you're going in over. If you're both 9-3, you're going in over Oklahoma 9-3 because you've got the head-to-head. Plus, you would have either beaten Georgia or A&M.
Yeah. I agree and I understand all that, but I still don't want Oklahoma to have
taking away
nothing.
Hey, but listen though, and y'all don't play Bama, so y'all could be like, we beat the team. We beat a team that beat them. You know what I mean? And we beat them convincingly. I think y'all should want them to win this game. They still got 2 tough games on their schedule where they can still fall and make up for a loss that you want them to lose. You probably really want them to lose all their games, honestly, but you know.
What happens if Oklahoma and Texas wins out? Do they both get in the playoffs?
Yeah, they both will be 10-2 SEC teams.
You'd have some serious talk then because you'd have A&M at 11-1, Bama at 11-1, Oklahoma at 10-2, Texas 10-2, Vandy 10-2, Georgia 10-2, and Ole Miss 11.
Bama would be 10-2 in that scenario.
That's right. Well, no. Well, yeah, you're right. Because I keep forgetting about Florida State. You're right. I'm thinking.
So you're telling me
SEC.
So we possibly could get 6 or 7 SEC teams.
Crazy.
Let's keep it.
That would have to be bad news for my Irish.
I told you. I told you the possibility.
Yeah.
Nah, I think you're Irish, man. Listen, you're Irish run out, you're Irish in. I don't care what nobody say. College football committee, you can say what you want. Notre Dame is they played against a team that won the championship on a run that nobody's done. You can't keep a team out that's in the last 2 seasons 20, man. Yeah, y'all went out, y'all in. That's just showing how strong, like we sit and question and we talk about. That just goes to show how strong the SEC is, even still playing teams, but not playing everybody that you play sometimes. That's a strong conference, respectably. You know, I mean, that's just what it is.
I can't say if they win out, they in.
strong conference too.
I
I
mean,
feel, and we seeing that with Iowa in a big game they got this weekend with you. So
I just ran
And
it through my head. I mean, you'd have, if you had 6 SEC teams in, you'd have 6, 2 group of 5, because you wouldn't have the ACC probably. So 6, that's 8, 3, 2 from the, well, you probably only get 2 from the Big Ten at that point, and then Texas Tech and Notre Dame, or 3 from the Big Ten and Notre Dame's out.
listen,
I don't see 6 from the SEC getting. There's not 6 good enough teams from the SEC that deserve it. I'm sorry.
Sean, I hear everything you saying. Post, I hear you. It can't be 6 because we will be relying on Vandy to get in, and Vandy wouldn't have a top 25 win at all. So I see no way the committee let them get in. Like they might be 14 in the rankings right now, but like their 14 is such a bad 14 that even if somebody under them like Miami or somebody win out, they're gonna surpass them because they don't have not one top 25 win.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Am I
that's
hearing y'all saying that 2 group of 5 schools can get in this playoff?
Yes, absolutely. It's very possible. Now I'll probably give it about
they
a
think that Vandy
20%
will be that
chance,
game.
but that is a good enough chance for me. I done seen crazier things happen. And it's the whole scenario I put in the group chat earlier. You would need SMU to win out. You'll need Miami to win out. You'll need
Let's
Virginia to
go up
lose.
to 30, Zay. Why not?
You'll need Pitt to win next week, I think, whoever they play. And then from that point on, you will need Duke to win. Oh, Duke plays Virginia. You will need Duke to beat Virginia. That'll make them all 6-2. Duke will then advance to the ACC championship. And if they was to win that game, that makes them the lone bid from the ACC, which we do not know where they're going to fall in the rankings. Memphis, South Florida, any of these schools can be ranked above them. But since the simple fact that they only had South Florida in the rankings, we don't know where they rank in all these other a group of 5 schools. That can be higher or lower than the eventual Duke champion. So Duke is going to be a 4-loss team at that point, even if they win the ACC championship. So we don't know. We don't know what they would do.
so there's a real chance that all of Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, and Oklahoma all could get in.
Absolutely. The
We can
SEC
advantage
definitely
this
can get
season.
5.
Well, yeah, you've got 5, but you're going to have to eliminate Texas or Oklahoma because A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss are pretty much locked.
Oh, I
If
didn't
that
say Ole Miss. That's ain't that 7?
That's 6. If you leave out
oh,
Vandy, 6 with Oklahoma and Texas, one of those two is going to get eliminated. Texas or Oklahoma has to be eliminated. They're not going to jump Ole Miss or Georgia.
Okay.
Unless Georgia or Bama lose out and Texas and Oklahoma win out, then they could possibly leapfrog.
Okay, that is 6. I was on my George Bush with the fuzzy math.
now it can be that 6 for real if Oklahoma beat Georgia Saturday. It could be that 6 because all these
Okay.
teams will have all these teams will have 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I keep on coming back to Vandy. There's no way because you're gonna have Notre Dame lurking right there with 2 losses, and you're gonna possibly have a Michigan or a USC lurking right there with 2 losses. So I just don't see Vandy being able to get in at all, like because they don't have no wins.
Right.
They didn't beat nobody.
And then Zay, what if USC beats Oregon?
That's the thing, and that's gonna play itself out too. It's a whole Big Ten scenario where it can get ugly.
It's all going to get ugly soon. This weekend's going to separate a lot in the SEC because
Across the country.
but looking at
I think
my name,
USC in a great position.
I'm looking at it as I'm looking at the SEC end, and I'm looking at the Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Oklahoma game is going to go a long way in splitting this because Oklahoma loses, they're pretty much eliminated.
So the part that we're going to get this weekend is we're going to get locks.
Right.
We only have one lock right now, which is Indiana, but we can get a lock from Texas A&M. We can get a lock from Texas Tech. We can get a lock from Ole Miss. Them are the four games we got to watch because if all them teams win, they solidify themselves because they didn't hit the threshold of 10 wins. They're not going to let none of them teams lead them, none of them teams out after they get 10 wins. So that's going to be 5 places taken. So that's when it'll start clearing up to, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What was you saying, Moss?
He got some serious delay or something going.
Yeah, he working like a 1960 Chinese movie over there.
I know. Man, Bruce Lee is jealous
Nah,
of
I
you,
wasn't saying
dog.
nothing. I was just agreeing.
Oh, we couldn't tell if you was agreeing or what you was doing. Cussing out somebody. He doing something over there.
Is it better now?
For
Well,
now.
let's look at this next ACC matchup. We got NC State traveling to number 15, Miami. Miami's favored by 15 and a half. The over and under is 55 and a half. Can NC State spoil this thing for Miami and send Miami packing?
Does
Man, I'm so done with Miami. I mean, Carson Beck. I've been trying so hard to be a Carson Beck guy, man, but he starts throwing his coaches under the bus, his teammates under the bus. He never accountable for nothing. And you don't know which Carson Beck's going to show up anyways. And I don't think even an average Carson Beck right now is gonna help right now. NC State, man, they're sneaky, man. But they're also inconsistent, man. They lost a bad game to Virginia Tech. They lost to Duke, but they beat Georgia Tech. I think Miami will probably win this game. I hope they don't. So I'm tired of them. They just need to go away. But I'll take NC State with the points, though.
well, I'm gonna steal Zay's thunder, and I'm gonna just say I believe Cristobal.
Crystal balling.
And this is gonna. Y'all know me. I'm looking for chaos. North Carolina State beating Miami just makes it so insane even more than it is already. Give me North Carolina State to win this game by 14.
Ooh. North Carolina State at home too, right?
No, they're on the road, but
Nah,
it
they
don't
on the
matter.
road.
Mario Cristobal don't know what he's doing anyway.
Don't nobody show up for those games, anyways.
I think we need Miami to win this weekend to keep the chaos rolling. So with Miami being at home, I think NC State come through, but I think they get hit by a hurricane this weekend. Because I think that hurricane got to happen in order for this chaos that we looking for to keep going. So I'm gonna go with them just on the fact that just on the strength of them being at home. If it was at NC State, I honestly would go with the NC State Wolfpack. That's who I would be going with. I wouldn't be going with Miami. So thankfully they're at home. Crystal Ball lives another week, and he won't crystal ball.
Man, listen, I'm going NC State. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, this offense is really dangerous. They got a dangerous offense. Um, and secondly, what I've noticed about Miami? Anytime they play a half decent offense, their offense fizzles out. Just go look at it. It's just proof. SMU offense fizzled out. Louisville offense fizzled out. It was somebody else earlier in the season. Them are the games that was more recent. That's why they're on my mind. But this NC State team reminds me of SMU. They got a quarterback that's athletic, can move. I think CJ Bailey throw the ball better than Jennings. They got. I don't know. I don't know if the running back is playing for NC State this week or not. Is he back? He's a house call
Yeah,
every
he
game,
got,
damn near.
he is
Um,
good.
but the one dude that replaced him last week went off. Almost had 200. So man, listen, I ain't got no faith. I think Miami still got 2 L's on their schedule, and this is one of them.
Wow. I've lost a lot of faith in Miami. Uh, I don't know which Carson Beck is going to show up for this game. Is he going to come out throwing picks, or is he going to regain that Heisman form? Not saying he's going to be a Heisman candidate. I think that ship has sailed. But is he going to be good Carson Beck? Is he going to be throwing interceptions Carson Beck? I like this NC State offense. I think they can score. And if it's a shootout, I favor NC State. Miami being at home, man, this is just a tough game to call for me. I'm a I think Miami's going to lose again, but I don't think they're going to lose this game at home. Give me the U.
Yeah, I'm taking Justin Geiger and my man KT's U to win this game, man. I think they're going to squeeze out a narrow victory over NC State. It's going to probably be a nail biter, but I think Miami's defense, those two bookends, make a play to seal the victory for them over NC State in a really, really close one. So I'm going to go with Miami in this one. Carson Beck's probably not going to have the greatest of days, but I think they're going to do enough to win. So give me Miami in this one.
The running back is listed as questionable.
What's his name?
He needs to work at Waffle House. His name's Hollywood Smothers.
Man, that boy is a
Ooh,
bad man.
Hollywood
Hey,
Smothers.
that's an
Ooh,
all-American
Smothers.
name right there. He
Dude,
on the
he's the
all-American name
captain of the
team.
name list. Easy.
Sure.
Hollywood Smothered, man. If you ever in the Ohio area, Columbus specifically, find your boy Joseph Moss. You come to Waffle House. I got an all-star special for you, and it's gonna get smothered with them onions on me, just because you got that last name Smothered.
Hey, can I get one? Can I get one of them that's on you, bruh?
No, I
Yes,
tell
sir.
you, the go-to menu is them biscuits, boy.
Hey,
Is
Sean,
the
was
whole
surprised
meal on you or just the onions?
the whole meal. He's out there getting it. He's out there not only being a student, but a powerhouse athlete. And I'm sure he's young. Come and get that all-star special smothered with them onions. You can get them covered with cheese, the whole nine,
Look
all
at that.
the way.
See, that's what happens when you get 19 jobs. You can do that. You can pay for somebody's all-star special.
Sure. Let's look at this. Did Doug go?
Who cares?
Yep.
Okay. Let's look at this next matchup, man. Can number 21 Iowa go ahead and dash USC's hopes of making the college football playoffs as they travel to Pasadena to play the 17th ranked UCLA Trojans? 6.5-point favorites, over and under 48.5. Can Iowa's defense make something happen?
I think this game comes down to whoever's able to dictate their style of play upon the other team. Iowa wants to keep it low scoring, ugly, defensive battle, slow that USC offense down. USC wants to fly. I think with USC being at home, Iowa having to travel out to the West Coast, where it should be relatively warm out there. It's not as ugly as it's been in the Midwest the past week or two. So I'm gonna take USC to keep the playoff hopes alive for that team. I'm gonna take USC in a close game. I think their offense isn't going to go off, but they'll do just enough to beat Iowa. Give me the Trojans.
I like this Trojans team. I think they win. I think when you think about the team that was close to Iowa that came down here, that was them boys up north, and they got sanded down when they went and visited USC. So I think the travel is going to be enjoyable. but I think the Trojans put a beat down the same way, and we are starting to see Jacoby Lane assert himself in the offense as he came in highly rated. He is showing what he is like and what he could do. I think both of these receivers have a big day. One of them might get a $150, but both of them going for 100, catching a couple of them touchdown passes. I think this USC team, like I said, man, they something to see, something to watch. And I think they trying to get their name back for people to recognize they still a powerhouse. So Trojans big over Iowa at home.
Hey, Moss, that boy good.
That boy good.
Yeah, I like USC big in this game, honestly. I mean, Iowa, man, I've been big on Iowa. I'm surprised they only dropped one spot. But that was, but they had a tough game at home against Oregon. I don't know. Like my man said, traveling to the West Coast is different out there. The time change, the weather, a lot of distractions out there. I mean, and USC, man, they got a lot of dogs, man, and they recruit nationally. And Lincoln Riley, he's been up and down. I think this is his time right now, and they got to win anyway. So I like USC by like 2 touchdowns.
I like USC in this game, but if Iowa can play their game, I call it the Vanderbilt style. Third and short, convert. Third and short, convert. Third and short, convert, and just eat the clock. I think Iowa could pull the upset, but I'm going to go ahead and go with USC. But if Iowa can get into that style game, Iowa can beat them. But I don't. I just think USC's got too much firepower out there.
Yeah, I got USC. Nothing else needs to be said about that one. Iowa, too boring. Too boring. Too boring.
USC got the second best offense by yards per game in the country. Really explosive offense, but this is what scares me about this game. Do they get bored with the style of defense that Iowa plays? Because they're not going to rip off big plays in this game. It's just not going to happen. Iowa's not going to let them. It's going to be a slugfest, just like the Oregon game. But what I will tell you is, if USC can find a way to win this game, I will say that they will be a playoff team, because, in my opinion, these are the type of games that we all spoke about, teams winning different style fights on this channel. If they can win this game, it's going to prove something to me about Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley do not win games like this. But with that being said, I do not think they win this game. I think Iowa wins this game. When you look at it, the teams that USC lost to this year, Illinois, they ran right at USC. Notre Dame, two of the best backs in the country. They ran on them. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Iowa just running straight at them. And I think that if you just eliminate the explosive plays and slow the game down, I think them kids, I don't think they're going to be able to handle that style of game. We seen against Michigan with a team that plays that style of football. I think the only thing that helped them in that game is that they got ahead. But one thing about this Iowa team, they're going to force some turnovers. They're going to force 1 or 2 turnovers in this game, and it's going to put them in position to score. And I don't think they're going to be playing behind like Michigan was. So I'm going Iowa, man. I don't like Lincoln Riley in these type of matchups, and I think USC is still like a year away or so to really entrench that Big Ten deep into their football team on the defensive side. I don't think they're ready for a slugfest like this.
Real quick on that game, I think that the thing about USC, I've been watching them all season, and that Michigan game, I noticed something. King Miller, he said, "Welcome to college football. If y'all see me, y'all got to see me." And he's been consistent every week, just doing what he do. I think having that in the backfield for Lincoln Riley, I think that's something special. I think King Miller need to get more respect out here in college football because I think this might be his coming out party, catching the ball out of the backfield, running the ball. Because I think the way Iowa's defense play, like you said, no disrespect, they gonna come out and they gonna play. You know, they know what holds a win for them. If they get a win, what that could do for them. So I just think King Miller, this is his coming out party, and he really put college football on notice. And Jacoby Lane, and like I said, with that wide receiver group, man, I just think this USC team is different now. I think Lincoln Riley is found something. Everybody's healthy, seeing what USC could do.
Hey, and may I add this last comment too? I really want USC to win this game so bad because I do not want to depend on Michigan beating my Buckeyes for us to be able to get a fourth Big Ten team in. I do not want that. And it makes me kind of sick even throwing out that scenario sometimes. But it is possible still. But I really need USC to win this game, but I just don't think they will.
All right. A couple of more games on the slate. We got number 19 Virginia traveling to that Duke team who already got 4 losses. Will Virginia rebound, get a win over Duke to keep their hopes alive to possibly make it to the ACC championship game? Or is Duke at home too much for them? They're favored by 5.5. The over and under is 59.5. And we mentioned that Virginia's quarterback might not be playing in this game. What's your thoughts? Virginia got a chance to keep their hopes alive.
I think Duke's got too much offense for Virginia. I honestly do. I just think Duke beats them. I think Duke beats them, and I think Duke beats them pretty bad. Duke's offense can be really electric. So, and we all know Virginia was playing with their food, and it bit them. And so, I think Duke puts the nail in Virginia's coffin.
Yeah, I like Duke too, man. At home, their offense is legit. Virginia, like you said, man. I mean, they had their chance. They had their chances really, and Duke with 4 losses, man, with the win. I don't know why they're favored. I guess it's because of Virginia's quarterback. I don't know. Maybe because they're at home or their offense or whatever. Manny Diaz, I think son of a former mayor of Miami, I want to say. He's connected. Terrible defensive coordinator at Texas, but whatever. But I think Duke will win by. I think they'll cover that 5.5. Like I said, Virginia had their chance. Duke got too much offense.
I think with
Duke at home. My bad, Marshall. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. You good. You know you got the floor.
My fault. Duke at home. They call them the Duke Blue Devils. Blue Devils have pitchforks. I think they put the fork in Virginia.
I like that. I like that. And I'm a double back. And they be talking about the Cameron crazies on the basketball side. I think we might see some Cameron crazies on the football field this weekend. Duke is in a position to have one of the biggest wins in the last, I don't know how many years. 4 losses, possibilities of getting into the ACC championship. Virginia, y'all got us in double overtime. You think I'm about to let myself pick y'all at Duke? Cameron crazy, show up at Duke this weekend. Duke win big at home, and it keeps the party going and keeps the chaos mounting for this year's college football playoff.
John, real quick, did you say that quarterback was out for Virginia?
Sure.
They're questionable still. I haven't gotten a new update yet.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna try to look and see if I can get an ACC report.
If he plays, I like Virginia to rebound. I want to see the chaos. I really do. I think Darian Mensah is a baller, though. You know, I think this will be a close game. But if that quarterback for Virginia can go and he's relatively healthy, I like them to rebound. But I do want to say there's no shade. Hey, if Duke I said no shit. I'm thinking about UConn. Post game, y'all should set up the non-conference game at the end of the year and play UConn. I never thought I would say this. You know, UConn has never been good in football ever. Have y'all seen them play though? They're actually decent. I think Notre Dame will smash them, but well, they just throw that iteration in, you know, as a conference champion. You know, it's just y'all and them independents. Why not? You know, everybody else play one. Why not? You know. No, then that way nobody can complain. I feel like
Chandler Morris is questionable still as of today's injury report.
I wonder if he practiced today.
I don't know. It didn't say that.
SEC Sean, can you look up? I'm glad you mentioned that, Zay. Can you look up UConn's running back that went to the NFL? They had a monster at running back. I believe he went to the NFL because he was leading college football and like rushing yards at one point some
UConn
years ago.
actually has had some decent teams in the past. It's
Some
been a
running
That's what
while though.
I
But
seen them.
I think you, my bad, Zay. I think you talking about Donald Brown, Moss.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah,
name.
I think.
Donald Brown was a monster in college, and he got drafted by the Colts. He
Yeah.
was decent.
Yep, that was him.
Yeah, I hope Duke wins, man, because I don't want the ACC to get no teams in, so that way it can be better for somebody else. Let's go, Duke. Shout out to our man Parlay Poe, who said that he thought Duke was probably one of his sleeper teams in the ACC. I guess they woke up and heard his words because they've been right up there at the top ever since. So let's go, Duke. Not in basketball, though, Duke. Not in basketball, in this football game.
Hope everything going well for you, Parlay Post. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you joining, as well as anybody and everybody that's all through and in the comments, as well as watching us this evening. We appreciate you all.
I had to throw this game in here. We got our man Mossberg, who is either going to have to wear the Ohio State shirt
What's up, Zay?
or he gets to make it to a bowl game. He's either going to be one step further away or one step closer. What's your Virginia Tech traveling to Florida State, who's favored by 14 and a half? Mossberg, start earning that Ohio State shirt, brother.
Hey, Ron, you know, he got to win out because if he lose, oh no, he ain't got to win out. They got 3 more games left. Okay. Yeah, hey, you lucky, boss. You got to get the 6 wins, though, fam. You got to win the next 2 out of 3, dog.
Man, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Florida State. My bad, Sean. I'm gonna go with Florida State though. I told y'all I gotta roll with the homie, man. I can't keep making the same mistakes in life. I pride myself in being a better person every day. You feel me? I feel like he was my punching bag for a long time, and I regret it, bruh, because I love him. So I'm going with Florida State, bruh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the homegrown talent. So I'm going to go with Virginia Tech and their quarterback, Kyron Drone, from Alvin Shadow Creek High School.
Damn. I respect that. I respect that, man. I respect it.
State champion quarterback in Texas.
Yeah.
Cousin to Cam Ward.
Did not know that.
You, Doug. Go ahead and do it, Doug. I see
Hey,
you.
man, hey, I'm going Florida State, man. I've been pretty hard on Florida State, man. I think the reason why is because college football needs Florida State to be relevant, man, to be good. I got so many friends down here in Houston, Texas, I went to high school with that are diehard Florida State fans because we grew up in the early 90s. Okay. I had me a Florida State cap back in 93, like everybody else. Ward Dunn. I remember Bobby Bowden used to come down here recruiting Johnny Humphreys from Galveston Ball. That guy didn't make it, but he was special. But no, man, I need Florida State to win, man. And plus, Virginia Tech, their defense, their rush defense is terrible. giving out 165 yards a game. And Florida State, I did not know this, man, but Florida State leads the nation in explosive plays, man. They got like 33 plays of over 30 yards. They got 18 plays of over 40 yards. What doesn't really surprise me in that Gus Malzahn offense, man. You line up wrong one time, they gonna hit you hard on a big play. And with that rush defense that Virginia Tech had, I think Florida State, they're gonna finish strong this year. I think they're gonna win by 3 touchdowns, man. Let's go. Bring it back, man.
What time is
Hey,
that
hey,
game?
you know what? For real, man. I sold out dope, standing room only dope with that tomahawk. That's nostalgic, man. They need to bring that back.
What time's that game?
Should be at 3:30.
Oh, 3:30? Oh, I'm on that then. That's nap time. Perfect.
Oh, it's 7. It's 7:30.
Oh
It's
man, I
got
can't
the
get nap
7:30
at
this time?
7:30. I'll be up all night. I need that game.
Oh,
to
that
be
is that.
3:30.
Hold
So I'm
on, it
calling
is that
network executive.
ESPN game.
Hey, but Doug, I mean,
Hmm.
not I always call Sean Doug and
I know
Doug
you
Sean.
do.
Hey, listen,
We look at
my
that.
bad, gang. Hey, listen, that's a good uniform game.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
For real.
Me and Sean do this all the time.
We
That
do.
is a good uniform game, dog.
That was one of the first things we thought of when we started our 12 roads, and we had Notre Dame and Ole Miss playing. And I said, man, Notre Dame and in green and Ole Miss and in powdered blue.
Woo,
That's
that'd be
lit right there.
crazy. That'd be crazy.
We always
Crazy.
have
That
to
would
do
be
uniform
nuts.
games.
Would be nice.
Moss, regardless of how Florida State ends the season, is Norvell out of there?
Norvell, got it. I think his time is up, man. Even if we become both eligible, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'll get into it when it's my show, man.
Yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna take Florida State, Moss. I think y'all get the job done.
Norvell should have been out there yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Florida State in this game as well. I don't think Virginia Tech is any good. I thought they were going to be better than what they were this year, but they're not any good. I think Florida State's going to beat them pretty easily. And Mossberg, you're going to survive another game, man, where you don't have to get closer to having to wear that old junky ass Ohio State shirt, man. So I hope you don't have to fall victim to it like I did twice and have to wear that damn stinky ass Ohio State shirt, bro.
Man, I'm feeling the same way as you, man. I feel like I'm sliding on thin ice every week, man, with my boys, man, because when we all pick them, we go down big. Florida State, if y'all see this stream, we picking us except Zay. You know Zay want me in that Ohio State shirt. They trying to bring me over, him, T1, the whole Buckeye Nation. I'm not going. Florida
You are,
State. Go
you
ahead, Zay. Get
already
me.
know. You already know. I wanna recruit you to Notre Dame, bro. I am like Notre
Look, I
Dame
even got Buckeye color shoes, man, but y'all still not getting me.
No, listen, I'm telling you, I'm dead serious. I seen joy on your page when you was at that Notre Dame game. I think you really needed to be a Notre Dame fan. I'm dead serious. Like,
Man,
I think that's your color. I think you will look good in gold. You know what I'm saying? Green and gold. I really do.
I haven't got no jewelry, so that you on to something with that,
You
Zay.
know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, dog.
Yeah, I'm with Florida State this week, man. I think we definitely cover that. I think we not only need to, but I think when you mentioned Norvell, I think regardless of how the rest of our season is, man, I think his time is up. I think when you see the fight in these players, they really have that fight. Um, Shout out! I watched a video today of Ethan Pritchard. Man, prayers to that family. I haven't mentioned nothing about it because I was personally myself waiting to see him get out of that hospital. And I watched that whole video today, seeing him, get out of there in that wheelchair and be able to move, talk, give hugs. That spoke volumes to me. And I think seeing him on the field this weekend, I think that's going to give us a lot more momentum. So my nose went big. But I think Norvell's time is up, regardless of how this season goes. That's just my thoughts on that.
Hey, it wasn't a bad drive down there either, was it?
Nah, man. Speaking of that, man. Listen,
Hey, y'all, see y'all. I listen. Hey,
I'm a
Post, I'm sorry. I'm recruiting on your behalf. He already accepted you with open arms though. So I ain't doing nothing that I ain't supposed to be doing right now.
No,
look,
we don't take traders, man.
and the thing about it, it's like with my brother being a Notre Dame fan, it wasn't even like it's not even me making a trade. I'm joining and I'm fellowshipping with not just my brother, my other brother from another in post game. It'll be a joint fellowship at that time. So I mean, like I said, the visit was amazing. Visit was great. I would definitely go back down there, man. Post game, been talking. We trying to see the daggett, as I'm a caller, as we would say back in the day when we was younger, and that's when we getting buckets. A daggett. So a dog
That's
go
a
drop
that
44, man. Big
that's a
bucket.
bad little woman right there.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Before you get into the last game, we're gonna throw a little. Drake May is 11 for 11 for 110 yards. Travion
Dang.
Henderson has got 9 carries, 36 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 14-7.
Mayday, mayday.
He on your fantasy team post game.
Way to call it.
Who?
Drake May.
Oh, you know,
That's why
Mayday,
I was
mayday.
wondering why
you
you was
know,
like,
you know.
He over there lighting somebody up right now. I
Where did
got you
Drake
this
May go
week,
to
Jay.
college?
huh?
What?
I got you this week. I've been on a nice little 3-game win streak.
Man, you catching me at a great time. I can't find a quarterback.
I know. I was looking.
Hey, it's so bad for me. I had to pick up Mariota.
Hey, you want Joe Flacco?
Nah, it's cool. I'm gonna
Hey,
just throw you out.
he went off for 300 on Pittsburgh last time.
Could have taken
I
Davis
already
Mills.
offered you. I already offered you trades. You keep denying me, bro. Like I don't know what else to do.
Go
Got
get Davis
Jackson
Mills,
Dart
dog.
too.
Davis Mills. Go get him, man.
Man, stop playing, man. Sound like a
Dalton
dude.
still around?
That sound like a
Andy
dude that.
Dalton?
That sound like a dude that work at the plant with boots. That's talking. Hey, is this is this the college game right here? I hope it is.
No,
Now
Notre
they're
Dame
going
Pitt.
to they're going to
It
Notre
should
Yeah, I'm
have
Dame.
about to
been.
say Notre Dame at
That's
Pitt, I
cool.
believe.
That's
It
cool.
should
That's
have
cool.
been.
I think this is SEC Nation at this point.
Nah,
Alabama, Oklahoma.
I like it at Pitt. I like to see them go to different places for real. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I'm
Like
okay with them not being there too.
when the last time we seen college game day at Pitt? Like you know what I mean? I like that. That's cool.
That's back in. I can't even think of his name. Superstar for Pitt back then.
Joe Montana.
Hugh Green.
No, Joe
Hugh
Montana.
Green almost won the Heisman Trophy.
Who was he?
Yeah,
Dan Marino, man.
Yeah.
the
Dan
game he
Marino
would have
too.
been
Yeah,
there then.
Tony
Yeah,
Dorsett.
Dorsett too.
Oh,
yeah, Tony Dorsett and Marino.
Tony Dorsett.
Y'all forget Shady McCoy and Larry Fitzgerald played at
Ooh,
Pitt,
Shady
huh?
Oh
McCoy,
yeah,
man.
them too as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
You're gonna have to put a show together and do some all-time college football teams, man.
BY quarterback all time.
Well, Ty can't be on the show, otherwise it's only going to be 30 seconds because he's going to pick all Ohio State guys.
Well, that's what you do. You pick the greatest team from your college. Put a team from
No,
your college together.
from multiple colleges.
No, do
Like-
your college. Your greatest team from Florida State.
Y'all, listen, we don't think we don't got no dogs at Florida
I
State.
know you do.
Man, I
I'm
got
not
some
saying
luck.
you don't.
The all-time team at Florida State is something
All
special.
the major colleges can
A
put some
lot of
dudes
Super
on there. What's wrong
Bowls,
with
man. A
that?
lot of Super Bowls. Yes, indeed.
Well,
Do
let's
we
get
have
this
another
last game.
I'm
Let's
just going
get
to
this
take Miles
last
Garrett
game
and
out the
Von
way.
Miller. That's all I'm taking.
Said Von Miller.
And Miles Garrett. That's all I need.
Oh yeah. They was nightmares for sure. You got number 10 Texas traveling to number 5 Georgia in Athens. 6.5 point favorites are the Georgia Bulldogs. The over and under is 50.5. What happens in this game and how can Texas pull this win out? Because they're going to have it. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
Hey, I kind of said it earlier in the week. This is not the best matchup for Georgia. I don't think. I don't think they rushed the passer at a high level. I think Arch has been progressing a little bit, not a lot bit, but a little bit. I like what I see from him more than I like what I seen from him in the earlier of the year. I think Wingo is starting to kind of hit his stride. Um, this is going it's going to be a low scoring game. They're not going to. I don't think they're going to touch the 50.5. I think it's going to be like 17-20 or something. It's going to be a defensive game. But I'm like split. I'm torn between who to pick in this game, and just because I don't really know who to pick, I know Georgia is 2-0 against Texas since entering the SEC. They beat them both times last year. I'm gonna roll with Rob, man, because I be beating him up too a lot, So I'm gonna roll with Rob. I want to see him get into the playoff. Because if he do meet my Buckeyes again, he'll be wearing a Ohio State shirt too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna roll with Texas, man.
I'm doubling back with you, man. I'm going Texas. I'm glad you mentioned that, man. He's starting to catch fire. I think, like you said, Arch early in the season, he had to get himself acclimated with just being out there, getting his movement down, amongst other things. I think they owe these Bulldogs a whooping. I said what Texas is going to do earlier this week. This is part of that streak, and they on their way to the SEC National Championship game. Aggies, I hope you hear me up there because they coming for your door, and I'm going to speak it into existence. Horns over the Aggies, and they start with the Bulldogs this weekend. Mad love to you, Sean, but I got to keep the movement going on here.
Wow. Texas and Georgia. What a game. What a matchup. Uh I agree with a FanDuel. Hey, I think this is going to be a defensive game. Can Texas's offensive line keep Arch Manning upright? Because he is right. They don't rush the passer, very well, but they do blitz. Um, if they can do that, if they can keep Manning relatively clean in the pocket, I think Texas has enough. I think they're riding the wave right now. They're getting hot. They're playing their best ball at the right time of the season. So I'm gonna take Texas.
Texas can't run the ball. Georgia can stop. They're pretty good defense stopping the run. Georgia can run the ball. Texas really good at stopping the run. Georgia needs to take their corners and play press up and make Arch beat them over the top. Because I don't think he can. Everybody says Texas is back. Their offense is looking great. Let me just say, it's been 5 quarters. The first 3 against Vanderbilt and the last 2 against Mississippi State are the only 5 quarters of good offense this team has played all year long, minus playing against Sam Houston State. It's going to be who can Texas. If Texas can get the running game going to take some pressure and let Arch have a little more short passes, they've got a shot. Probably going to shock everybody, but I'm going with Texas to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, you had me on that one, man.
SEC, Sean.
I think winning at Georgia is not easy.
It's not
Only
easy.
Alabama has done it. And
Yep.
I think Georgia's gonna. Plus, Georgia's cheating. Y'all don't understand. See, y'all don't know. Georgia brought in a secret weapon. See, Georgia brought in that other coach that beat y'all, not named Ryan Day. And he's been scheming with Kirby on how to change the offense to beat Texas's defense. Billy Napier.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, man. This game, I'm losing sleep over this one, man. Because like Sean said, Georgia at home, they don't lose at home unless it's Alabama. That's the way it's been for at least the last 30-something games, I think. Texas' defense, their rush defense is number one in the SEC, man. They need to travel to Athens big time. They need to come to Athens because if they can get this Gunner guy into these passing down and distances, man, I think Texas would be in really good shape. But they get in these second and ones and second and short, and then it's not going to be good for them, man. And like my man said, this offensive line of Texas, man, you just don't know which offensive line, if they're going to be able to handle. Because like Georgia, their defensive line isn't as strong as it usually is, man. But they're going to come in and try to be the more physical football team, man. And if Texas' offensive line can respond to that and maybe resemble a run game for Arch, man, this is going to be a banger, man. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think Texas is going to pull it out at the end. I think their defense is going to show up. I think they're going to make this quarterback run around, throw the ball, and get hit. And that's exactly what they need, man. And now we got Michael Taft back too, I think, which is going to help tremendously. He's a leader. I think Arch said he's a leader of the whole team. That's the quarterback saying that. And I think Wingo's back too, so that's going to help him offensively, at least on the speed side. But it's going to come down to physicality, and I think Texas is actually going to step up and do it, man. Archie, what, back-to-back 300-yard games? I don't think he's going to throw for 300 on this game, but if he can throw for about 200 and just keep in, no interceptions, no turnovers, I think Texas will pull it out.
225, 230. That's all he needs.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think Texas might have a couple of advantages in this game. The fact that Texas has not really looked good, what is Kirby Smart going to scheme against? Because they ain't looked no damn good. So he probably sitting there like, Texas hasn't done anything good. What am I going to be able to scheme against them? What am I going to find out about them? They only really had one good offensive line game, and that was last week against Vanderbilt, where they was trying to rush up the A gap, and Texas was able to stop that, which is something Georgia likes to do, is blitz up the A gap, which on film, that looks like the successful thing to do against Texas, but they handled it last week. Now, of course, Georgia players are a lot better than Vanderbilt players. Georgia, 58% of the time, they want to run the football. They want to throw the ball 42% of the time. I think Texas' run defense should be able to have some success. We got Tab back. We'll have Jelani McDonald back. Ryan Wingo back on the offense. I think we should be able to take advantage of some things. We might not be able to do the short game like we did in the last couple of games on the screen side because of the cornerbacks for Georgia are a little bit faster than what they are at Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. But I do believe that down the field, if Arch Manning gets some time, he can beat them over the top, much like you've seen Tennessee do and Ole Miss do. So I think Texas got a chance to have some success, but they have to stop the running game. If they can't stop Georgia's running game like they couldn't stop Florida's, they're going to be in trouble. But I'm going to pick Texas to win this game in a narrow victory because I got to keep my Longhorns alive so we can get in the college football playoffs and play them over there in the corner. I want to see them boys over there in the corner.
Oh, it is November. It is November indeed.
Let's go home.
Hey, just a fun fact. We haven't seen not one fan base say bring us the Buckeyes this year. We haven't seen not one sign in
Yeah.
nobody's stadium.
Y'all already beat them. Y'all already beat them, right, Zay?
Man,
So
we're not
you
even.
ain't got
We're
nothing to
not
worry
even.
about. You ain't got nothing to worry about over there because for him to get to you, he got to come over me, and that ain't happening.
Oh, wow.
I
It is getting interesting.
Hey,
thought college. Go ahead, Zay.
I was about to say, and both of y'all, if y'all both want a shot, y'all might have to go through my man post game to get to it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. We
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's be honest. Hey, they did defend the national runner up.
actually the way it sits, you'd get post game in the second round because they would be the 9 seed.
Now they're
Winner of
gonna put them
8-9
on the other
plays 1.
side. They're gonna put them on the other side. See if we can run it back.
Say, let's roll with it.
I I thought a college game day should have been at this game because I forgot to mention this when we broke down the Notre Dame Pittsburgh game. The ACC doesn't like Notre Dame, not their chairman representative. If you paid attention, every time we get ACC refs, Freeman is on the sideline going off because it's one of the worst officiated games of the week. I think Notre Dame, for the simple fact, I think Notre Dame needs to beat Pittsburgh big. Now that I think about it, I think Notre Dame needs to blow Pittsburgh out, or at least win by 2 or more touchdowns, because I don't trust these ACC refs, man.
That's a good point. Put
I
them out the
thought
park early.
I was thinking about the video that Moss put in the chat of Bevo chasing the dog.
No. When Bevo
Yeah,
tried to go,
I was like, that's game day right there for me.
That's
You
game
know,
day, bro.
Bevo
That
tried
was
to hook Uga last time. Is that what it was?
man. He
That was
had it.
back in Tom Herman days, man.
I gotta
Sam
send it
Emmons.
to you.
Oh yeah, that was wasn't that in the bowl game or something?
Yeah, that's Sugar Bowl, I think,
Sugar Bowl, yeah,
or
wasn't it?
the Peach Bowl, one of
Yeah,
them bowls.
it was a Sugar Bowl. That was when Sam Ellinger explained Texas is back, and then y'all went 5-7 the next year.
Hey, calm down.
That's
Hey,
is
man,
that not what happened?
well, you know what? I knew Tom. I knew Tom Herman was done his second full recruiting class when half his class was from out of state. And I talked to one of my coaching buddies. I was like, "Hey, man, do y'all not like Tom Herman?" He's like, "No, he's an arrogant prick." And I was like, "Okay, well, he's done." And that he was done. You can't recruit half your class out of state at Texas, man. I'm sorry. We're a
Hey,
national
listen,
brand,
man.
but we're not. It's not. It doesn't work like that. That national
Listen,
championship
man.
team in 2005, 20 of the 22 starters were from Texas, man. The only 2 guys
Listen.
out of state were 2 offensive linemen, Casey Studdard and Sedline. They're from like New Mexico or Nevada or something like that. Everybody else was from Texas. He
Listen,
can't
I
have half
can,
the class from out of state, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's
yeah,
another game.
I can, real quick, I can relate to that because y'all know what Brian Kelly used to do when we recruited big time players. He would show up late. He would let Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, all these other big schools recruit the hell out of the kid, and then at the last minute he'll come. He was a lazy recruiter. He was just terrible at recruiting. I'm glad he's gone. So I can relate to that, man.
So it looks like we had somebody post another game in the thing.
nah, we got 20 minutes. Forget that game. I got a game we could talk about though. That's actually.
I just did that to mess with. I just did it
Oh
to mess
yeah,
with
no,
Bob.
it's a game on that's not on the slate that's really meaningful though that we missed, and that's TCU and BYU.
Yeah.
I think that game is a big game. I think that game could go either way. It is in Provo, or what? Ain't it in Provo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that what you play? Yeah. So I like TCU in that game personally. You
Yeah,
know,
me too.
Josh Hoover is going under the radar. He is a dude, bruh. And just from what we saw last week, man, I don't know. I think the tape is out about what you do with that BYU offense. So I'm taking Texas Christian in that. You know, so I don't know how y'all feel about that game.
Hey, that's a good point on Hoover, man, because a lot of publications had Hoover as the best quarterback in that conference, low key. So Hoover is a baller, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they did beat BYU.
I like you putting that game up there. I speak all the time though. You know, it's tough to win at this time of season in Provo. You
Yep.
know what go down. They partying. You know, they still got a shot. They trying to have Hoover somewhere out there with the mascot, and it ain't gonna be nothing good because BYU trying to put a foot down, try to keep their name in the playoff. But he is a great quarterback, man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he still got maybe a year or two. I think TCU in good hands. You know, they get a couple players to continue that little tradition. I think they in good hands with him. But I got BYU.
I need TCU to win, man. I need BYU to be out the picture. Let's go TCU Horned Frogs.
Mm.
Hey, and to mention too, I think if BYU loses this game, it automatically eliminates BYU and Utah. I think they're both eliminated from the playoffs.
I think Utah might lose to Baylor. You know, over there in Waco. You never know.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. I think they lose to Baylor, and I mean I know it's hard to win in BYU and Provo, but that's a great point too. And I think Hoover is the right quarterback, to come in and get that type of win, an upset they would call it. Being at Provo and how tough BYU plays at home. So that's a good point too.
Yeah, let's talk about this last thing, man, and then we can wrap it up. What do y'all think about Lenore Sellers not playing the rest of the season, possibly hitting the transfer portal? Is there any truth to that? And where do you think his destination is going to be? They saying Miami. What's y'all's thoughts on that? Is there any truth to that?
No, there's no justifiable truth to it because I started digging into it as soon as I saw it. There's nothing true about it right now. Doesn't mean it won't be in the next day or two. You know how these things happen. Miami seems to be the destination for every quarterback in the transfer portal now. Cam Ward, Beck. As long as his name isn't Marcel, I don't care as long as he don't go to Miami. But it just seems like it. But I've heard even before today that he was going to transfer to Miami next year anyway. But then today it came out that he may sit the rest of this year. So I don't know. I'm waiting to hear more on that. I'm going to do some more digging later on, but that's just where I'm at right now.
A lot of people. I've been hearing rumblings about this like 2 days ago. Honestly, I'm hearing that he's going to play. I ain't never hear that he was going to sit out. I heard that he was going to play and he wasn't going to go to the draft, but he was going to hit the portal when the portal opened. That's what I heard. I feel like it's spreading so much. It got to be a little smoke to the fire here. So we'll see. You want to be developed though, and I feel like people understand that it's a path to go to that Miami offense, ball out, and be a first round pick. And I wouldn't be mad if he went to Miami. And we know crystal ball, but your draft stock.
Yeah, I agree with you too, man. I think because when you look at and you think about Miami's offense, they do a lot of that spread, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They got a nice little pro style offense set up, for either the West Coast and whatnot. But it's something to see it, as good as we thought that this South Carolina team could be. Just think a year ago, what a year's difference could do for you. That's something we talk about a lot, and it's done some good. And I think in this case, it really haven't done much for him because I don't really like his stock this year or next year. Quite frankly, nothing against him. I just think his draft stock totally went down. I think he has to gain his stock back, put Miami on the map, and crystal ball for his stock to be super high next year. That's just my thoughts.
I mean, I just think he's too good of a player. Like, I know I expect more out of Sellers, and I think he expects more out from himself. He just might be playing for the wrong team.
If I'm Miami, I don't want Lenore Sellers. I want Nico.
He's showing the football world something this last few weeks, last month for UCLA for sure. You doing your Friday NASCAR, Doug?
Why does everybody call me Doug?
Oh, my bad. SEC Sean.
You know
I
what? I'm
didn't
gonna
pull
just
the
quit.
Zay.
I'm gonna quit and
Look,
just go be my own person somewhere else.
I'm
Hey,
looking because I thought Doug was about to say something. I'm looking at him, but I'm saying the same thing to you. My bad. Was you
hey,
doing your
which one of y'all older, man? My bad, boss. Which one of
But
y'all
Sean's
older?
older.
Way older. I'm way older than Doug.
No, man, I'm 48. You're about 50.
51.
Listen, we
Not bad.
all. I feel like y'all really brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be doing it. I don't know. I feel like y'all really brothers.
We talk
Right?
like we are. I mean, like I said, we've known each other since 2010.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so. But yes, I'm doing my NASCAR chat tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going breaking down teams, some of the costs of some of the stuff, things like
Good.
that.
I got a lot of questions for you, man.
Yeah, I'm ready for them. Let's go because this teams, and then we're gonna start breaking down tracks after that. And
I don't know nothing about NASCAR, man. I've always been curious about it, but
what do y'all think about the commissioner quitting?
He ain't quit. He had to step. He had to.
Well,
take
he removed himself.
Yeah, he had to take a leave. Hey, only thing I know is as soon as I heard about the investigation, I knew it was a matter of time because I had actually read. I put that article. I put an article in the group chat earlier. It was from 5 days ago. I probably read it like 3 days ago or so. But I ain't think nothing of it because it's like, bro, this happened. This happened like some weeks ago for real. You know what I mean? So I'm like, he already doing this, so ain't nothing about to happen. But when I seen that news, I was like, oh, let me go find this article. I had to send it to it. The first thing I thought, I was like, the SEC got 5 teams in now because I knew they was going to appoint a SEC athletic director to be I knew they was going to appoint a SEC.
You knew it.
I already knew it. I was like, they putting the fix in right now.
The advantage is at least it's Hunter Yurachek, and he hates Texas, and he hates Texas A&M.
Yeah, but he loved the conference, and and they all love money. You know, the more teams, the more
it don't
money.
matter what he says, that phone's gonna ring, and it's gonna say Commissioner Sankey, and he's gonna be like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah.
A&M's #1 now. That's it. Because he don't answer. He answers to that man and that man alone. And then, if y'all want to hit one more crazy topic, I don't know, you probably saw it as somebody else. What is up with this Michigan and USC talking about becoming independent, leaving the Big Ten?
That's not what's going on. They just don't want no parts. They just don't want no parts of that private equity deal.
That's what they're saying. If that goes through, they want to leave and go form a conference with Notre Dame and anybody else that wants to join them.
Yeah, I ain't hear that part, but if they do, kudos to them.
I was reading all kinds of articles on it.
They go ahead. I just don't see in no way in the world, like everybody know private equity is never good for business, but like if they want to do that, they're going to be losing out on so much money. I don't know why they would do that because like for real, if they came to the table, like the way it's looking is it's not even an even split no more, like we originally thought. Like if we was to sign that deal, we'd get 190 million out of the 2 billion or whatever, however much. I think it's $2 billion. We'd get 190 million. I think Michigan probably get 190, and I think USC will get 190, and then it's a next tier of teams like Oregon,
Penn State,
yeah, and then maybe another. They would start off at like 140, and then from there it'll be getting distributed a little more evenly. But that's just too much of a bag, bro. Like that's just like 190 million. You could fund your football team for 10 years with that money, and then that's halfway through the contract already. I just don't see.
That
why they
was
would
the
do it.
question. Is the biggest question to come out of it today was what schools could actually be independent and make it work financially.
Well, if it's Michigan and USC, and then they ban with Notre Dame,
No, but I'm just saying, okay, scrap that whole part. Just what universities do you think could be financially independent enough to run their own football program and be an independent team? I threw out 2 immediately: Ohio State and Texas.
I think them two could because they got the brand.
Right? I think
I
Georgia could be close,
I think Michigan can too.
and I think A&M could be close because I mean we've got money as well. But Florida State, maybe. I mean, I don't know about the money situation at Florida State, but the brand.
It's easy. Yeah, it'll be easy for them to do it.
But we know Texas could. I mean, they ruined every conference they've been in.
Like if
You said they ruined every conference or ruined?
Ruined. Like broke it apart. They broke apart the Southwest Conference. They broke the Big 12. They're going to try to break the SEC. Then they're going to go try to wreck the Big 10.
Man.
They're a cancer.
if you want to be independent, though, all you got to do is have a national brand. That's it.
Right.
It ain't about money. The brand brings the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it is about the money, of course, but the brand brings the money. That's how Notre Dame can do it. That's why we feel like a Texas could do it. You know, Michigan fan base is one of the biggest fan bases in college football. USC's fan base is one of the biggest in college football. They could easily do it. But I'll tell you what, though, if Michigan leave, I definitely want to go. I want to leave too. I'll tell you that right now. If Michigan leave, I want to go.
Well, yeah, because the Big 10 would just be y'all.
I mean, it's still Oregon, Washington.
Yeah, okay, but it's not Michigan. You know, it's Michigan. It's a little bit. Like us, if Texas were to leave, we'd be happy.
Yeah, no, y'all can actually have some clout then.
See me on November 28th.
Hey, Rob, don't worry. I was looking
at brother.
It's A152. If it ever hit 159.59, I'm hitting it on everybody. I don't even care if somebody in mid started talking.
It calculate the outro too, so you can.
No, you got to hit in, and then you got to hit in outro. I know how to do it. Trust me. I ain't gonna let you rock like that.
I'll be live tomorrow at 8.
All right, well, everybody tune in tomorrow at 8 for our NASCAR talk with our man SEC Sean and UT Doug. And hopefully we see everybody again tomorrow. And then on Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I'll be back this Saturday. I don't have to work, so I got lucky. All right, everybody have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully we see everybody tomorrow.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Yep. Y'all be good.
You know it. Peace. Good night.
Peace.